Well, hello again there, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and hop on in. Well, something different. K&N Cars at Sonoma. So, the last road course we actually did pretty decent. And right now we're in practice session, so we'll have that for a little bit. And I wanted to do this just because the Watkins Glen video that we have is probably one of the most viewed videos on the channel. A lot of it is because the K&N cars do not race road courses all that often, so that's a big thing. So I figured I'd show you kind of how I approach this. Taking off my sweatshirt here, because yeah, it's a little bit different than when you drive like a GT3 car or something like that. But in terms of laps and everything, yeah, these are not anywhere near good laps. So if you take a look at what we were able to do, 117, 618 is what we were able to put down. There are guys in the 16s, so I mean you'll see that, but overall it's just mayhem. I mean, and it's super important. What's up, Daniel Viper? It is super important that we put down a good qualifying lap, and here's the reason why. It is not necessarily difficult to pass at Sonoma. It's difficult to pass people in iRacing at Sonoma, mainly because you don't know where people are and they do not give you room. So while we can, you know, get to the inside and do all kinds of stuff, it's just, you never know if that person's going to give you room, and that's the problem. So first and foremost, what I did, the thing feels relatively tight on brakes. So I just backed a quarter round. You could do a half round. 7.5 starts to feel a little bit light to me, but we're just going to do like a quarter round. So just a quarter round back, and that will help free the car up on entry, and it will help it turn on brakes. So in terms of our shifting points here, we'll kind of walk you through it. We'll be in first when we start coming down the hill and down through the S's. So we'll kind of launch out of here, and I'm taking it easy on the tires right now because with a hot track and everything, it does eat up tires on your outlap if you're really pushing it. So it's another, well, not necessarily trick, but it does chew them up. Think about how many corners you're going through. So you come through here, I come through here in third, and you're going to see that the guys who run really fast, they definitely spend more time in lower gears than I do. But I want the car to be stable because we need to make it. All right, so down here, hard on brakes, and a thing with downshifting, don't downshift too early. You don't need to rev it up crazy. So we're going to make a big run to the green here, and we're going to kind of feather it up the hill. And we got cars in the way here. So up into second. Some guys will take this in first. I personally don't. Easy because you're coming up over the hill, wants to break loose, hard in, brake early here so you can get the car pointed to come over this hill. The straighter you can keep the car, the more hard to the gas you can get. Brake a little bit early here. Again, a lot of guys are taking it through first there, and I just don't want to. Hard on the brakes here again. Nice and wide entry here. Hard to the gas, and watch wheel spin, you will get it through here. Now brake, and you need to really line up these S's points. You need to be kissing the curbs. And you're full throttle through here. It starts to get a little bit light the longer you run. Now let off, brake, and then make this, kiss this curb. And that was a very, very easy lap. And hard on brakes. You can cut inside this rumble strip here and watch how much time we make up on this jump on the outside.
We have a car.
How about that? 3 car lengths behind him and then past him. And I'm sure the 12 car is a very nice boy. I'm sure he's not really a chump. But we're just going to take some easy laps around here. And again, you just want to get yourself pointed. And if you're going to kind of growl through that corner, take it really shallow. You don't need to run it all the way out to the curb. Let's try to shift in here. And again, it's all about throttle control because you can get yourself in some serious trouble if you just stomp the gas. Like you can see, we're just kind of rolling into it, trying to get the weight to transfer to the back. That's really what we want. because the springs are so soft around here. At every road course, the thing just rolls. So we got in there hot, and it's costing us on the backside. And honestly, Hemi needs to get on here because Hemi's Mr. Road Course and he runs the K&Ns too. So this is really up Hemi's alley. I'm really interested to see if he does do it, what kind of race he can run.
We have a slow car on the right.
Let's try first here. I mean, first there really does help you climb out of that corner. I mean, it's a huge help. Whoa! And the thing with the lower gears is it does help the car turn up out of the corner. Not turnip the corner, but you know, turn up out of the corner. Whoa! Car got real loose coming out of that corner. It just aimed us at the totally wrong part of the track. So we'll pull it off here. Awesome, Rylan. Cool. Tommy Kendall, Darcy Schroeder. I was trying to think of all the old road ringers that they used to be. Like obviously Scott Pruitt just retired. So, I mean, remember he used to run the Tide car when it would come around. Obviously Boris said, you know. Let's see. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and when you're coming out of pit road, I mean, just watch the relative, because people coming up the hill, they're already lined up for their run. Don't be a jerk. What the hell's the 17 doing? Skyrockets in flight. Benjamin Skabursky delight. All right. So we got 3 seconds between these guys, so we're gonna go ahead and wait for these guys. This will be a little bit close with him, but 2 seconds is a fine enough gap. So you're gonna try and take it easy as we come to the green here and see what kind of lap we can put down. It's tough when you got other people around you because you can be so much, you can be so much faster than people, but if you close up on them, it just kills your lap time because you can't see the corner, you can't really see where you're going and what you're wanting to do with the track, and they're in the way. So I'm not saying that we're super fast, but I'm saying stuff like that ruins your lap that you're trying to put down. Alright, so we'll just kind of get off in here. Leaders behind us here, basically. Alright, let's see what we can do up the hill here. And we tried shifting right there just to see what it felt like. Not bad. There's our qualifying ping, so let's see what kind of lap we can get down. Brake, kiss that one. And then we'll get a good run here. That was lined up pretty good. I got a lift to get it back online. Not the optimal line, I would say. Yes, keep it out of the dirt, Jesus. And we overdrove that. So overall, we're going to be like a second off that lap. At least. Anyway, I would say in the top split here, we can expect to see a qualifying time. I think somebody will put down a 16. I really do. But again, 17, mid-17s and such, that'll be up front. I mean, that will definitely probably qualify you in the top 5. But again, this is the first one, so let's go ahead and hop over to the race session, see what happens. But I hope you guys are having a good Monday. Yeah, Dan Gurney, of course. Of course, Road America. Say all those road courses that are now strip malls. You know, like Riverside is now like a giant mall. Riverside in California. So Sonoma, I think, is one of the last ones left out there. But yeah, man, as far as like road racers that were crossovers, I can't even remember all of them. One of the YouTube guys really does need to do a video on, you know, road course ringers, because I think that would be really interesting. Because Lord knows, you just can't remember them all. You know, I mean, that's the thing, is it's just like there's so many of them in that day. You know, Chris, I see you made it in. Clutch as well. So I did not make it to Iowa, so I didn't run anything at Iowa this week, or this past week. Drag racing, I thought we were road racing. Caden Honeycutt's in here. Oh boy. We're going to be the 16 car. Holy God. So we got some friggin', man, Bobby Zielinski, Mercurio. Caden Honeycutt's the 7 car, if that says anything for you. Gabe Ford, he put down the 16 in practice. Mike Vaughn. And let's see, Corey Silva, Giovanni Romano. Overall, this is going to be a pretty stout split. I'll be honest with you guys. So, track tip actually looks pretty cool. 84 degrees. I honestly wasn't paying too much attention before Boris said the said heads. I like Watkins Glen, and to Daniel's point, I definitely know Watkins Glen better than I know Sonoma. Learning the boot for the last K&N one that we did was definitely interesting, but it's a little bit easier when you already know, the track pretty well, and they're adding one little piece to it. Sonoma, we've just never had great luck here. You know, the first race that we did here, I think, was in the qualifying. We get 8 minutes to do qualifying. I think the first race that we ever did here was in the Cup cars, and boy, did we make a fool out of ourselves. Yeah, it was ugly, to say the least. So I'm interested to see what kind of lap time we can put down. I haven't been able to consistently hit 17s. We can typically hit 18s, no problem, but really hitting consistent mid to low 17s, haven't been able to do it. I mean, we can clip 17.9 with fair accuracy, but again, a lap time can get away from you so quick. The issue we've really had, or at least to me anyway, is the turn at the top of the hill. Those 2 turns up there. So basically, we've been able to get through, turns, 1 and 2 right here, fine. And then the issue that we've had is basically at the top of the S's, getting through that and getting lined up really, really good and getting a good run through there. So you don't want to just coast around here. I mean, you do need to put some heat into the brakes, make sure that they're working as they should. I mean, it's not like you're going to have a brake failure, but get a little temperature in them brakes. But really, that turn and this one right here, we just cannot seem to hit it as well as we did one time. I don't know. But really, the key to the low 17s and the 16s is definitely running a lot more time in first gear than I care to. We'll keep it in second for the majority of this race. So we should have decent heat in these things. We're gonna leave the split timer off here just so we can kind of concentrate and focus. Make a big run up the hill here. Here we go.
Here comes your first time left.
Wow, we got through there really good. And again, we're in second through all this. And again, I think this track temp is cooler. It seems cooler anyway. We got in there a little bit hot, and it's going to cost us a couple tenths, but
One more lap to go.
so it's going to be a 17.5 or so, 498. I'm a pretty good guess. God. Like I said, coming over that crest of that hill is tricky. So let's just finish this lap out here. We're just not lined up for that corner. We're aiming so much for that first rumble strip, we're missing the second one. All right, where did that put us?
Checkered flag this time by.
Holy crap, we're terrible. Ninth. Keep in mind, we're going against like the best in iRacing right here. I'm not kidding you. I mean, some of these guys are ridiculous. This will be a huge strength of field. We had 400 subscribers yesterday, and somebody unsubscribed, so you guys can glom on hate for that person. Whoever thought this channel wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough for them. That's fine. You say it's good. The channel grows, and it's really fun to hang out with you guys and have you guys on the chat and everything. You know, the NIS is good just because, I mean, we get cautions and they'll last forever, so I can hang out in the chat with you. But races like the K&Ns are tough just because, especially road course, I don't have time to look over there and check the chat. I'm not going to text while driving, especially on a road course where we're, you know, flying around this place. But the other thing too with the K&Ns, there's no cautions, so we don't really get those breaks to do that. Yes, we did at the at Black Rock Speedway. So there's pictures are running around on the internet of that. But I have been to Watkins Glen, and it's cool. Seats I had were in turn 1, but never been to Sonoma. We'll keep it topical. But yeah, Bobby Zielinski, 15.205. That is ridiculous. I didn't see anyone near that. I saw 16. I think 16.4 is the fastest I saw, and that was Gabe. And he pretty much nailed it. We're right here, Evil Knievel Crew. Stop looking down that way. There's a pretty girl down there. But yeah, exactly. So we'll run this, and I'm curious to see how many laps it's going to be. I didn't really look. So 15 laps. So it's not, I feel like it's not nearly as long as the Watkins Glen race. The Watkins Glen race, I feel like, was an eternity. And we'll see. I mean, it's a 2-mile track. We got 10 turns, right? So take a look at the results. We qualified 10th, which To be fair, I think that's pretty respectable, but that's just me. So the big thing here is the tires do give up quite a bit. Okay, so we need to be mindful of that and keep our nose clean. And we can make passes, and when we need to let people go, let them go. That's the big thing, because you can ruin your race trying to just pin somebody behind you. They'll run you over, right? Or you overdrive a corner trying to keep somebody behind you. 10 times easier for everybody to let somebody who's faster by you, especially in a road course. But pick your spot, all right? And the same goes for those of you who will be racing this week. Pick your overtake spot as well. You know, you can't just pass anywhere you want.
All right, man, we're going green next time by.
Like if somebody's
All
trying
right,
to let
man,
you
we gotta
by,
line up on
through
right
the S's
side.
is not
Pit
the
road's
place,
closed.
right? It's just not the place to try and let somebody by. You know, going up the hill is a good spot. You know, down into the turn up at the top of the hill, that's a good one. And again, as you come to the top of the hill and start to turn down in the S's, that's another good one as well. So there are places that you can do it, but they're really going to be at the opposite ends of the track. We'll call it the north end and the south end. About 15 laps, Daniel. Say we are close to 400. So we're going to have to talk again, guys, about doing another subscriber race at some point. Obviously, 300 is pretty big. 5's got a nice ring to it. I just don't know what we'll do for it. Yeah, qualifying is really important, Clutch, in the K&N series. It's just critical. And honestly, we couldn't hope for a better lap. We put down our best lap that we've run. Again, I think the temperatures are a little bit cooler, which is probably contributing to those lap times, but we'll see. The other thing with these pro guys is they're relatively quiet, unless somebody's going to take somebody out. So, again, we just need to keep our wits about us and realistically know our role here. Caden Honeycutt, what the hell happened on his lap? Wow, that is surprising.
It's the 11 car.
What do you guys think of Derek Cross's move on Kevin Harvick at Current Speedway?
Awesome.
It's the 11 car.
But I'd watch out, he's a hazard.
The pace laps around a road course are always interesting. It's a relatively narrow bit right here. I swear, man, I mean, we're pacing at like 60 odd miles an hour. I'm pretty sure they don't pace that fast around here, but I could be wrong. I want to say they pace it more like 45 or 50. Just think of the pit road speed limiter. But anyway, let's try to keep the nose clean. Let's try to avoid an accident here, because honestly, it's a realistic possibility. But we do get a quick repair. Worst comes to worst.
All right, man. Pace cars in.
So cold tires here. We just need to be mindful. So we're going to hit this in a pretty bad spot here.
Green.
Dude, why did we not go?
Got one on your left. Still there. Stay right. All clear, all clear.
Alright, so there's junk behind us.
Dude, what are you doing? You just turned me.
Oh, cold tires here.
Just
One on your left.
be quiet.
All clear, all clear.
No, I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
quiet.
one on
That's
your
your
left.
fault, bud.
Keep right there.
You completely just turned me. First,
All clear, all
okay,
clear.
first of all, your car was already loose and you were sideways. So, what do you want me to do?
Here you go. Like I said in the title of the
I let
video,
off.
wine
Your
country.
tail end was jacked up the sky end. I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah, that ain't good.
You got one on your right. Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
Alright, so let's see if we can kind of pull ourselves back together here. We just made a couple mistakes, I mean, really. But it doesn't take a lot. With a field this strong, I mean, it just does not take a lot. And again, we're trying to kind of conserve some stuff here, just because it's going to be hairy at the end of this thing, trust me. I mean, I ran 7-8 laps almost as hard as I could, and the thing was really tough to drive. We're taking it really easy coming up that hill too. I mean, you can push it a lot harder if you want to. Like I said, we're trying to keep some kind of tires on this thing. We missed that line right there. Drove it a little bit too hard in. We're gonna have to give it up right there. So the car jumped sideways on us right there. Come on by, Corey.
Or on your right. Still there. All clear, all clear.
you.
Again, we held him up pretty bad right there. I mean, you got to know that. All right, so we're 4 laps in here. Wow, we got on the brake. Totally just missed our braking zone there. We were way early. But 7 seconds back to the guy behind us here. Again, hitting that rumble strip there, just to me, just really upsets the car from the way I want to feel it. And right now, we are running a pretty damn sloppy race. I will be straightforward here. Guys ever try to concentrate on something and your smartwatch is just doing its best to sabotage you? Does that ever happen?
10 to go.
Because it's happening to me right now. I'm like starting to sweat. Ugh. God, man. It's like we are just all over the damn place. We're running terrible lap times, 120s. It's horrible. I'm talking about. The thing just wants to jump sideways right there, and I don't
What
know
happened?
why.
You back again?
Oh, we got somebody who quit. Alright, so let's do what we were doing before, which was just kind of shifting up to third right here, just to try and keep the car underneath us. Being in third through here. That was better. It is a bummer that the start got so messed up. I mean, obviously we made too many mistakes. We wouldn't have been up there anyway, but still, it sucks though, because I don't know what happened, whether somebody missed a shift or what, but definitely inherited a 4X for really no reason. So Bradley is closing in on us right now. Couple tenths a lap. We're gonna start taking that in second gear here just because of the elevation. I just can't get back to the gas. I'm definitely more confident in it in second. There's a bump right there, and it drives me crazy every time because it's just you hit it and the thing goes. The wheels just lock up every time you hit it. They just chirp. Again, probably something I'm doing wrong, but hey. Oh, we got one in the grass over here. All right, 5 to go here.
Go.
I know we're taking that corner just so slow. Like watch the split timer down there. Just give us time. Give time up. We'll probably start taking that in second too here pretty soon. God, we just can't put a clean lap together. In reality, like I said, I know Watkins Glen far better than I know Sonoma. And obviously it's showing right here. Looks like Bradley's got a mirror full of Mike Vaughn though. Which is gonna help us.
Two to go this time by.
Oh man, they had an issue back there. Look at the timer. Alright, 2 to go here. Right now we're at 12th. See if any shenanigans happen up front.
Alright, man. It's white flag this time by. One more to go.
Say Mike is closing on us here. Say we got to go if we're gonna keep 12th. We're gonna give up time right there, bad. Alright, white flag here. As long as we keep this thing straight, I don't think Mike can get to us. And again, we're just kind of running conservative laps here. Ugh. Not like that though. 2.3, he's coming. Like I said, making mistakes like that, he'll catch us. Alright, we defended it. That's all it takes. Like I said, not our best lap at all. But anyway, to finish 12th in a super split, I'll take it. I mean, we're the 16 car. I mean, we finished better than our number.
There's the flag, man. It's over.
I don't know what Caden's deal was, but the only thing that we're going to have to look at is we're going to have to look at the start. I know we gave up positions by making tons and tons of mistakes. Again, I don't proclaim myself to be a great road racer, But it's necessary, and you got to be well-rounded. So we really had a dream run at Watkins Glen. We finished third there, and yeah, I think in a different split, I think it would be a different story. But look at the lap times that we ran. I mean, did we run anything competitive like all race? I wasn't really watching consistently, but I know we were generally hitting 120s, which is just not gonna cut it. If you're wanting to finish, you know, obviously top 10, top 5, it's not gonna cut it running those times. You're gonna have to be consistently in the 19s and 18s to make those times, to make those spots anyway. So let's get this thing back down to the pits, and basically we're just running the course just to get the rest of our safety rating here. Just because it's 10 turns we're leaving on the table. You know, normally we just tow out whatever, but yeah, I mean, overall, it's I mean, it's a victory. I mean, we didn't dump it, so we'll take it, right? Oh man. So the Knievel crew will be not so pleased with the contact we made at the beginning of the race because they got something they got to fix. But well, price of going racing, Knievels.
The race is over.
Thank you. I'm aware. So anyway, let's go back to the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. All right. So coming to the green here, and watch this kind of bind up. And this should actually be a pretty good angle, all considering, because it goes right here. Yeah, I don't know what happened with it. Was it the 22? Who was it? Oh, it's that, whoever this is. Yeah, Jason. He bumps the wall. No, that's who we hit. I mean, God, what the hell? We just got a killer run, I guess. I don't know. That sucks that we hit him, though. I hate doing that right on the start. Sucks. Hate that we did that. Now, if you look at the 9, he actually gets junked right here by the 21. So there we go. And again, our lap time, this is going to be a pretty pathetic sight here. Yeah, 121 was our lap 2, which was it's a dismal lap. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Lap 3 was our best lap, and then we started making mistakes, and we were just running consistently slow laps. And then lap 14, we ran one of our quicker laps by a couple tenths, and then lap 15, again, one of our most garbage laps. So it's hard to drive, man. I mean, it's a good track. I mean, it's very challenging. You keep in mind this. I mean, you can run it in so many different series. It's really a good one to have, so it doesn't limit you. Like, if you want to run road, they'll run road here. If you want to run NASCAR, they'll run NASCAR races here. But you know, if you run by like South Boston, yeah, we gave it up right there. And again, the 21, we let him go here too. And then the 4 gets us at the top of the hill, if I remember right. But anyway, so let's take a look. Something happened with it was the 6. Something happened with the 6. So he's all out of shape. He's loose as hell, and yeah, he gets punted. Oh, and then he takes out the 18. Off of Michael. Wheelman! Come on, save it. God bless America. Just missed it. Yeah, it's 2 spots for the 9, but man, the 9 was running some good times, really. real bummer for him. But again, consistently in the 19s, 20s. And then he bended on the 13th lap, which is when I think Mike Vaughn and him got together. So let's look at that, because I think that's probably going to be the only other thing that happened. Yeah, Mike lost it going through the S's at one point, so, but again, he's running 19.5. So see what happens here. So enjoy it, man. So it's a challenge, and I mean, really, it's really good to have it, at least try. I mean, that's the thing, it's not easy. Like, I'm sweating at this point. I don't generally sweat that much, but yeah, Mike kind of gets into him, yeah. At the same time, Mike's got so much more speed. He's probably already ticked at himself for what happened in the S's, but that sucks for Brad. Made it easy on us, though. That is a cool paint scheme that Bruce has. He's got this. Oh, Bruce, I jinxed him. It's, jeez. And those tires get hot and slick, man. You cannot get that thing going for nothing. You just cannot get that car going. You cannot get the car rolling straight. So, let's move forward here to us. And while this is rolling, you can watch us ride the struggle bus this last lap. As freaking Mike's closing in on us. Let me pull up the results and see how we did in terms of safety rating, iRating, and whatnot. I think we'll probably gain a little bit of iRating. Safety rating, I don't know, it'll probably be a wash. But, yeah, plus 12 in iRating. And again, for finishing less than half the field here, 22nd, finished 12th. Honestly, I think we probably should have gained some more than that, but that's just me. We'll be in the 16 car, whatever. Minus 0.12 in safety rating, which is whatever. But even finishing 12th, super split here, it got 101 points. So let's run through the top iRatings in this field here. The camera paint is wicked cool. Top iRatings in the field. Bobby Zielinski, 9,112. 9,000. That's like one of the top 20, 50 iRatings in iRacing. I mean, that's literally one of the fastest guys on the friggin' planet. Corey Hoover, 69.60. Anthony Burrows, 49.58. Andrew Schwartz, 43.23. And then, let's see here. What was this 6 car? Whew. Huge close up. Derek, 4,093. So, there are a ton of fast people in here. Mike Vaughn just digging back there. Just digging. What is a super split? Super split is the nickname I give to any split that has just ridiculous iRatings, because that's what you hope for. And a lot of these guys with really high iRatings, they coordinate. They're going to run X race at this time in the week, because if they run it whenever, the strength of the field's not good enough for them to grab any points. You know, all they're doing is risking their iRating and safety rating. But if they're racing against people with other high iRatings, they can actually do well, or even if they lose a couple spots, it won't hurt them so bad. That's also how you get the most points. So these guys generally run together, and it's kind of a league if you think about it at that point. But if you can get into these super splits, these giant splits with these crazy strengths of field, you can do some damage, you know, at a place where some people get taken out. I mean, our average strength of field that we see is, you know, in the K&N series, maybe 2,800, 2,700. Strength of field here was 35.73. The winning position, P1 paid out 214 points. Yeah, this is like above a Logan split. Well, a Clampett split. I mean, Clampett's a pro, just the same as Bobby Zielinski. Zielinski is a pro here, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Just real quick here. This is what we're talking about. So if we look at the strength of field, 35.73, that's enormous. I mean, really. I mean, that's just crazy. Fastest lap time, 15.289. God, that is fast. But yeah, 9,000, you get that pro sticker right there. Pro 499. This man makes no mistakes. He always wins. So, and then you get these guys as well. But 6,960. I mean, that might not be a pro license, but I mean, they're gonna be in Road to Pro series and stuff like that. They'll be in top split every single time. So it's just crazy. But here we are with our lowly 3,076. You know, I mean, to just make this top split, I mean, you had to have 2847, and you were dead friggin' last. And Giovanni finished pretty good. And you'll see that sometimes with these road races that come across that come across the oval kind of schedule, because the road race guys will actually jump over. I don't know what Logan's rating is. Logan has multiple accounts, number one. But Logan's is easily in the 7 or 8,000s for sure, if not in the 9s as well. I'm pretty sure he's up there. But it's so different on a road course. There's just such a difference in the lap times because there's so much to be gained, and these guys are getting every little bit out of it. 15 seconds or 1 minute 15 is blistering fast. We could never run that lap ever. So that's just a ton of practice. But that's really it. Oh, what'd you miss? You missed a road race, buddy. It was definitely something. So doing our best to just keep the thing straight. Didn't go as well as we really hoped, but it wasn't that bad either, so worth watching. Thank you guys again for hanging out and hanging out on the stream with me. Again, it's always tough when it's K&N. We don't really get to talk all that much. I don't get to look over and read all that much either, but hopefully it was entertaining road race-wise, watching me kind of, like I said, ride the struggle bus around this place. So thank you guys again, and until the next time, guys, take care.